US President Donald Trump is not giving up on his plans for Greenland. While speaking with journalists at the White House, he stated that the US needs Greenland to ensure national security, and that Denmark cannot be a reliable guarantor of the island's protection.
Greenland is very important for national security, including for Denmark. The problem is that Denmark can't do anything if Russia or China decide to occupy Greenland. But we can do whatever we want. You saw that last week with Venezuela.
The United States' plans for Greenland have alarmed Kremlin officials. Russian State Duma senator and former Russian representative to NATO, Dmitry Rogozin, stated, Trump allegedly wants to deploy his nuclear strike forces on the world's largest island in order to secure nuclear superiority over Russia and China. According to him, the deployment of US nuclear weapons in Greenland would not lead to American dominance, but to the end of the world. Meanwhile, 3 NATO countries, Germany, Sweden, and Norway, will send their military personnel to Greenland amid US claims to the Arctic island. According to Reuters, Germany will send 13 soldiers to Greenland as reconnaissance troops. Earlier, the German Ministry of Defense reported that the reconnaissance mission at the invitation of Denmark will take place from January 15th to 17th. Swedish Prime Minister Ulf Kristersson announced that several officers will be sent to Greenland. Norwegian Defense Minister Tore Sandvik stated that Norway will send 2 of its soldiers. It is also known that the United Kingdom has sent a military officer to Greenland, joining the increased military presence in Denmark.
Denmark has sent additional military units to Greenland amid threats from US President Donald Trump. First, the Danish Ministry of Defense dispatched a so-called advance team. Their task in particular is to ensure that logistics and local conditions are ready for the possible arrival of the main forces later. Meanwhile, US President Donald Trump is demanding that Greenland be placed under US control for the construction of the Golden Dome missile defense system. According to him, if NATO does not act immediately, the strategic island could be seized by China or Russia.
The United States of America requires the strategic territory of Greenland for national security purposes. It is absolutely essential and critical for the protective Golden Dome that we are currently in the process of building. NATO must lead the process so that we can obtain it. If we don't do it, Russia or China will, and that cannot happen.
According to the American leader, the alliance's combat readiness and its deterrent potential directly depend on US military assistance and Washington's control over the strategic island. Trump is also convinced that without the massive military aid from the US, which he personally elevated to a new level, NATO will not be able to serve as an effective deterrent.
NATO becomes significantly more formidable and effective when Greenland is in the hands of the United States. Any other alternative option is completely unacceptable.
Europe is concerned about NATO's lack of response to Donald Trump's territorial claims regarding Greenland and the silence of Secretary General Mark Rutte on Denmark's sovereignty. It is known that the US president has launched his own large-scale defense project, the Golden Dome missile defense system. The main objective of the system is to provide complete protection for the United States against ballistic, cruise, and most importantly, hypersonic missiles.